What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Michael Snackson, a.k.a. Bay Old Wolf, a.k.a. Malcolm Excellence, a.k.a. Hacksaw Jim Thuggin, a.k.a. Yves Saint Croissant. Today is Sunday, November 29th, 2025. Got about, 32 days left in the year. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments. Share the video. I'm just going to rant here. I'll have some NFL action for you later today, about 11 a.m. Eastern. Maybe noon Eastern, so you can, make your action or whatever. As you see, I'm rocking the T-shirt. I barely just got out of bed. Rocking the Purple Tape T-shirt. The Purple Tape, if you don't know, one of hip-hop's seminal albums. The Purple Tape from that Woo House. Raekwon shit. Only built for Cuban links. Go check it out if you're a youngin' and you don't know what the Purple Tape is. But yeah, I swear I woke up. I ain't been up but 20 minutes. Start scrolling and I see this video of this guy. I don't remember him. If he's still in the league now for his recent, I apologize, but I don't remember him. Trayvon Boykin, former Seattle Seahawk football player. He's on some show with these dudes, and he's shitting on Russell Wilson, former Seattle quarterback Russell Wilson. Now he's played for the Denver Broncos and the Giants since leaving Seattle. I mean, honest to God, some people say, I saw somewhere that somebody said that Russell Wilson might be the first player to play himself out of the Hall of Fame. He was probably a surefire Hall of Fame player, and then just had some, last couple years at Seattle, his time in Denver and his time as the Giants, they haven't been very successful. But anyway, that's not about Russell. This isn't about Russell's play right now. While he was in Seattle, apparently he invites Boykin to his house for Thanksgiving. And now, all these years later, Boykin decides he wants to diss Russell, try to get a viral moment or something. And it was like, dude, Boykin, you a fuck-ass McFuckington for doing that shit. A fuck-ass McFuckington. You get no cool points for shitting on Russell about like that. He's talking about some, it was weird at Russell's house for Thanksgiving. Russell family wasn't there, none of his sisters. It was Russ, Ciara's dad, Noonie. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Russell and Ciara's daughter. I don't know who Noonie is. And Little Future, as you know, Ciara had a baby with the rapper Future. They're estranged, and so basically the little boy grew up under Russell, as Russell is his dad, I believe. I don't know what the situation is now, but yeah. So, and then the chef and a couple other domestic helpers. And dude, talking about some, Lil Russell, what do he say? Lil Future was bad as hell. It's like, what the fuck does this got to do with anything? He had you at his house. Why is you talking all this shit? You was at his house. Though fuck who wasn't there, you was there. He let you in his house. Probably because you in Seattle ain't got no family. Busted, can't move your family out there, can't really bring nobody to you. So Russell I got plenty of room, come on through. And this the motherfucking thanks he get from your monkey ass? That's some bullshit. You get no cool points for this video. The people, whoever you are that had that interview, you get no cool points for releasing it. There was no need for none of that. For y'all to put Russ out there like that. He's done nothing wrong. Okay, he doesn't have his biological, doesn't have his family with him. Oh well, for whatever reason, you don't rock with them. They had other shit to do. Because they got families they got to go to too, and it probably just didn't work out logistically. But for this nondescript NFL player to shit on Russ about not having people there and saying it was weird, you're just trying to clown and get viral points. Man, fuck you and fuck off. I hope you get nothing out of this, because there was no need to diss Russ. I can't believe, there's so many things I could talk about, because it's been a lot, and since been a lot been out since we done anything. Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green. First of all, the Gills Arena, like whatever's going on with Kenyon and Swaggy P, it's like, it's not even, it's so toxic. It's like, it's uncomfortable to watch. It's uncomfortable to watch these two. And Gills Arena, you either need to tell them to calm down or release one of them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Draymond Green, Kenyon Martin, all he said was that Draymond Green is not a tough guy. Didn't say he was whack, didn't say he was shitty. All he said he wasn't a tough guy like that. Draymond responds and says, goes down Kenyon's career, like, you can't talk about me, blah, blah, blah. See, that's what I'm saying, that this ring culture, it's all about rings and rings and rings. It's like, Draymond, you're the third best player at best in those 4 rings you got. Sometimes you might have been 4th best. The 2 that you had with Durant. And it's like, I don't think nobody in their right mind who was there, maybe these youngins who watched you play Draymond would take you over Kenyon, but most people who were there and cognizant, Kenyon Martin was a 6'9", 240 specialist, guarding, 3-4 players on the court. You can too, Draymond, at 6'6" and whatever. See, I remember watching Draymond in college. I remember watching him on TV in college, and I just remember thinking, like, he's got ball skills, pause, and he's got a good IQ of basketball. He'll get a 10-year career out of this. Got drafted second round, blah blah blah. Now Kenyon, I gotta admit, he's from the University of the Republic of Cincinnati, my alma mater. I remember seeing him on campus for like 1 year. When he first got there, and he actually was a project when he came to the University of the Republic of Cincinnati. Kenyon was like kind of a project. He's like the last player really in college basketball who developed his game. Seth Greenberg used to be on ESPN. He might still be on the ESPN. Former coach of South Florida. They were in the league with the Bearcats, UC and Huggins and them, and Kenyon and Steve Logan and them. That one team. Who else did they have? I forgot his name. DeMar something. Kenny Satterfield. They had a couple guys on that UC team. DeMar, Kenyon, and Satterfield were like lottery picks. Kenyon broke his leg in the conference tournament. Or else UC might have just ran away with the NCAA that year. But then again, that's Huggins right there. He's just an unlucky dude in the NCAA. But Kenyon, the last dude that really developed his game in college. Because like I said, Seth Greenberg, I remember seeing him on ESPN saying, when Kenyon Martin was a sophomore, we didn't guard him. Because all he was going to do was catch a dunk, a oop or something. And then 2 years later, he's the Wooden award winner, number 1 pick, all that shit. Kenyon was a little different. It was and stop crossing these eras. That's what's fucking shit up about sports. Too many people are crossing these eras. You young men, like Aries Spears said, you young men are talking and, trying to make sure that your era matters. It does. But to the older guys, us older guys, your era, it doesn't matter as significantly because we saw better players for longer times. There is, but stop crossing these eras like, this guy could have played here, this guy wouldn't have done shit in this era. All that old monkey ass shit. Like somebody said that about Michael Irvin. You know, the football player. And he went off, went scorched earth on whoever it was. He was like, hold on. I'm talking shit about me. I won championships on every level, blah, 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 called passes in the midst of pain. I played in the era where you could knock niggas out. You know what I'm saying? I know that was a classic rant by Irvin. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't see a motherfucker play, like, you've got nothing to say about his game. I mean, now they trying to diss Magic. Like, what? Like, when the fuck will Magic not be top 10 NBA player? Really, the starting five, if you'll traditionally by position, because Steph Curry is not as good as Magic. He's an incredible shooter. That's it. He's not a leader. You never heard, motherfuckers get punching people in the Lakers fighting and shit. Draymond Green knocking out that boy. Dropped, got traded to Washington. That little light-skinned dude who's supposed to be the heir apparent to Steph. But I digress with all that. But just, like, stop, if you didn't see these people play, stop talking about them. And Trayvon Boykin, you a fuck-ass McFuckington. Dissing Russ like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me hop off here. Catch me about noon today. You got about 6 hours. Catch me about noon, and I'll give you some NFL action, all right? But until then, everybody like and subscribe to the channel, leave comments, and I'll holler back at you. Peace out.